Okay. I'm just gonna get right into it. It's almost time for the new episode of Basketball Wives. I don't know where my head is at right now. So I'm pretty sure last week's episode was not the last episode, but this video is about the whole season. First, I want to say I used to like Tammy, but I don't really like Tammy anymore. I don't really like anybody on that show. Royce, well, almost anybody. Royce is probably the realest person on there. She's a little bit emotional, but she probably the realest person on there. Shawnee is full of BS because you're the executive producer. If I want to jump back to the episode or two to the episode where Tammy was allowed to just go ham on Keisha, um, to allow that type of thing to go on and you're the executive producer and to be on the sidelines like, oh, it's nothing that I can really do, I try, or to play like you don't know what's going on or what somebody about to do or there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, everybody is grown, but you're the executive producer. You have a lot of say so and influence on what they're going to be doing, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. tammy Tammy is very hypocritical. Tammy wants everybody to be sympathetic to the things that she's been through and why she's so hard and rough. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta defend myself. I gotta look out for myself. When you have went from being the person who is bullied to being the bully, there is absolutely no reason or excuse for someone to treat someone the way that Tammy treated Keisha. When you can clearly see that Keisha is almost afraid of Keisha. But for Tammy to say, "Oh, she can get out of here with that," Keisha says she's offended by the whole race card thing because she's been through that her whole life. It is, a very touchy subject for her. And Tammy has been through some things too. But for Tammy to, be like, oh, I've been through some stuff, people should understand, I'm just like this because of the things that I've been through. And then to turn around and say that what somebody else has been through is bullshit, like she the only person that could be affected by stuff. No, 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 no. That's unacceptable. Susie need her A beat. She need an A beat. She is too grown to be constantly starting, constantly running back and telling shit. Every adult knows what they should and should not be opening their mouth to say. You know what's gonna start some ish, and then as long as they ain't bothering her, I don't even think Susie cares, but she would care if somebody got in that ass. Um, who else need they ass? Evelyn. Evelyn need her. Their last episode really, really got under my skin. I mean, it really did because anyone can decide if something that they're going through with somebody else is too much for them or they've had enough of whatever it is. Jen decided she don't want to have no more discussions with Evelyn. All they attempts at repairing the friendship go wrong and she don't want no parts of it. Evelyn worked real hard and I am totally ashamed of Shawnee, Tammy, Susie. Who else is on there? Kendra has really come to realize that, you know what, I need to be on my guard at all times with these bitches because they always on some more and they stick together. They stick together. So I think Jen did the right thing. You know what? Y'all always stuck up Evelyn's butt. Whatever Evelyn say is good. Whatever Evelyn want to do is good. However Evelyn want to act and behave or act out and behave is good. I don't want nothing to do with none of y'all because y'all could be walking me into a booby trap. Here I am thinking we out on lunch and all the whole time y'all setting me up so Evelyn can come and say or do whatever it is Evelyn want to come and say and do, like she did last week. Jen didn't want to talk to her. She felt like, you know what? There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to save here. It's over. They poked and prodded until she agreed to a conversation, which actually turned out to Evelyn telling Jen what Jen has been telling her. We're not going to be friends, so you go on and get out of here. I'm done. All of this just so that Jen don't get to be the one to say, I'm through with this friendship. Is that backwards or what? And then the whole makeup thing, don't get me wrong, Evelyn wears some beautiful makeup looks. Her whole packaging and the colors that are in her palette are absolutely beautiful. But it just seems to me like, Evelyn was doing the clothes and the shoes, and anybody is entitled to personal growth. But it just seems to me like, she went out of her way to do a makeup line just so she could top Jen. That's really sad. I really hope that that's not why she did it, but it certainly seems like it. They're constantly jabbing at Jen or whatever. Everybody on that show needs to get their ish together. And Tammy, Royce, if you and Tammy don't end up friends, I think you're better off without her, because she really does not want to hear anything other than whatever Tammy wants to hear. She was in the wrong for doing what she did for Keisha. And I think that anybody that tells her that is going to have a hard time out of Tammy. They are, because you can't make everybody is not a fighter. You can't make anybody do anything. You can't make a person fight if they don't want to fight, if they're afraid to fight, if they don't, whatever their reasons are, if those are their reasons. Everyone should be entitled to live how they want to live. Shani, get your ish together. I see you making an attempt to do it now that you see how bad they are making you look. But I don't know. I want to say that the damage is done because you let them do way too much. You can probably still repair it or pour yourself away from them, but you definitely have a stain on you. Maybe it ain't a big one, but you definitely have a stain on you. I look at you differently. Not that you care what I particularly think, but that's just my take on that. And Kendra, she did the right thing. I'm prepared because she had everybody at that table scared. They didn't know. They like to say she crazy, but I think you got to be crazy to deal with them, because they think it's okay to just lash out and throw stuff and jump over tables and blah blah blah. But that's probably because there's nobody on there that can stop them. There's nobody on there that's like, okay, yeah, B, jump over this table. I bet you jump right back over there. There's nobody on there, to do that. And if you want to maintain your, what do I want to say? If you want to maintain being a lady, then you probably shouldn't be involved with none of them, because they are not classy. They are ghetto as all get out. And I have reason to believe they've been like that for like 2 seasons or more. I just think that's how they're going to be. So if you want to stay ladylike and classy, then your best bet is probably to stay away from them chicks. And that is all I have to say about that. We'll see what the next episode is like. Toodles.